Are you stuck deciding which Nikon Z camera to buy? Z50 II, Z6 III, Z8? It's like picking your favorite pizza topping, except it costs thousands of dollars and you can't eat it. But today I'm going to break down exactly which Z model is right for you, whether you're just starting out or leveling up your photo game. Hi, Joe here from Shutter Speak Photography. It is very nice to see your smiling face again here on YouTube. If you're into portraits, landscapes, events, or just capturing your next vacation without pulling your back out from gear weight, you're in the right place. I've photographed the National Hockey League, major New York City concerts, pop culture events, weddings, families, real estate, and more. My work's even made it onto a concert t-shirt. So yes, I've tested gear in the real world and got the shoulder pain to prove it. Before we get into camera breakdowns, I've got a free resource that'll help you right away. My low light cheat sheet for Nikon Z cameras. Whether you shoot indoors, at night, or in tricky lighting, this free guide walks you through how to get sharper, cleaner shots without the guesswork. You can download it right now using the link in the video description. You'll be added to my email list when you do, but don't worry, I'll only send you useful tips, gear insights, and an occasional free resource. If that sounds good, grab it at the link below and start nailing your low light shots today. Okay, let's dive in. If you're just starting out and want something simple but powerful, I'd recommend either the Nikon Z50 II or the Nikon Z5 II. The Z50 II is compact, lightweight, and gives you sharp images without making you feel like you need a PhD in autofocus settings. It's designed for beginners who want to grow fast without being overwhelmed. This is a crop sensor APS-C camera, which means it gives your lens extra reach. Great for wildlife, sports, or just zooming in on life's little moments. The body is small, the controls are intuitive, and it offers fast autofocus with eye detection for people and pets. It also records crisp 4K video, making it a top pick for vloggers, travelers, or anyone who wants pro-looking footage without carrying a cinema rig. It's affordable, but far from basic. You get Nikon's legendary image quality, access to excellent Z-mount lenses, and a camera that feels just right in your hands. The articulating screen flips down for selfies or filming yourself, and the electronic viewfinder helps you compose even in bright sunlight. Before we move on, let's talk lenses for a second. The Z50 II uses DX format lenses, which are optimized for its APS-C crop sensor. These lenses are smaller, lighter, and more affordable, which is awesome when you're just getting started. But this is important. If you plan to upgrade to a full-frame Nikon Z camera later, those DX lenses won't fully carry over. You can technically use them on a full-frame body, but it'll switch into crop mode, which means you'll lose that glorious full-frame resolution. Also, since the Z50 II has a 1.5x crop factor, any lens you use will appear more zoomed in than it would on a full-frame camera. For example, a 50mm lens on the Z50 II gives you a field of view equivalent to a 75mm lens on a full-frame body. This is great for telephoto work or portraits, but it means wide-angle lenses aren't quite as wide as you might expect. Now, here's the tip. FX full-frame Z-mount lenses will work just fine on the Z50 II. So, if you're already eyeing the full-frame future, investing in FX glass now gives you a head start. Sure, the lenses might be a bit larger, but you're building a kit that's ready to scale with you. If you want a camera that grows with you, not one you'll outgrow in 6 months, the Z50 II is the sweet spot. It's your lightweight, travel-friendly, creative companion that punches way above its weight. In fact, this video is recorded on a Z50 II. But if your budget allows and you're already leaning towards getting serious with photography, the Z5 II is a fantastic full-frame alternative. This camera brings you into the full-frame world without breaking the bank. That means richer image quality, better depth of field, improved low-light performance, and more room to crop, all from a body that's approachable and easy to use. The Z5 II offers in-body image stabilization, dual card slots, a weather-sealed magnesium alloy body, and a high-resolution touchscreen and EVF. It's ready for portraits, landscapes, travel, or event photography. And it's a rock-solid camera for someone who wants to stop dabbling and start creating seriously. Video shooters get sharp 4K with reliable autofocus and audio options. And because it's using the same Z mount as Nikon's flagship cameras, you're investing in a system that scales with you. If the Z50 II is your stepping stone, the Z5 II is your launchpad. It's the perfect balance of image quality, ease of use, and future readiness, and the best way to future-proof your photography journey from the start. So, beginner path, Z50 II for lightweight versatility, or Z5 II if you're ready for a full-frame leap right out of the gate. Now, maybe you've already dipped your toes in and want more control, better low-light performance, and that creamy background blur full frame is known for. That's where the Z6 III comes in, and this thing means business. It's built around a 24.5 megapixel full frame sensor, but not just any sensor. It's a new, partially stacked design that makes it wicked fast. Combined with Nikon's top-tier Xpeed 7 processor, this setup gives you 6K video at 60 frames per second, 4K slow motion, and stills up to 120 frames per second in JPEG mode. Yes, you heard that right, 120 FPS. You can catch your kid blinking at their birthday party in sharp focus. Autofocus, it borrows from the Z8 and Z9, so you're getting subject detection that tracks people, pets, cars, and birds like a hawk. The Z6 III doesn't guess where focus is, it knows. Perfect for sports, portraits, or street photography, when you need to trust your camera to just get the shot. It's got in-body stabilization, of course, which is a lifesaver for handheld shooting, especially in low light. The fully articulating touchscreen and 5.76 million dot high-res EVF make composition a joy. Whether you're above your head, low to the ground, or vlogging yourself in a coffee shop, this camera is rugged, weather-sealed, magnesium alloy body you can take out in the rain, snow, or desert heat, and it'll keep humming. It's not a dainty studio camera. This is a camera for real-world use. Whether you shoot portraits, landscapes, events, or want a hybrid camera that can handle professional video without an external rig, the Z6 III delivers in every category. It's that perfect middle ground between price, performance, and portability. It's the camera you buy when you're serious about photography, but not ready to remortgage your house for a Z8 or a Z9. Now, if you're an advanced enthusiast, someone who's printing large, editing RAWs, maybe even doing some paid work, let me introduce you to the Nikon Z8. This thing is a beast, and I mean that in the most flattering way. The Z8 packs a massive 45.7 megapixel full-frame sensor with the same stacked design as Nikon's flagship Z9. Translation? Blazing fast readout speeds, zero shutter blackout, and the kind of responsiveness usually reserved for sports photographers and high-end commercial shooters. You get world-class autofocus with deep learning subject detection. People, animals, birds, vehicles. It locks on and tracks with precision. Whether you're shooting portraits in golden hour, or tracking a hawk in mid-flight, the Z8 keeps up without missing a beat. Video? Oh, it's a filmmaker's dream. 8K 60, 4K 120, internal RAW recording and log, ProRes, you name it. This isn't just a hybrid camera, it's two professional cameras in one body. You also get 5-axis in-body stabilization system that lets you shoot handheld with confidence, a high-resolution EVF, dual card slots, CF Express and SD, and a rugged, weather-sealed magnesium alloy body that can take a beating and keep going. The best part, all this is packed into a body that's smaller and lighter than a traditional DSLR, giving you flagship power without flagship bulk. This is the camera you buy when you want it all. Speed, resolution, reliability, pro-level video, and you never want to feel limited by your gear. The Nikon Z8 is more than a tool, it's a creative powerhouse. So, let's break it down. Z50 II is for amateurs who want to learn and have fun without overcomplicating things. Z5 II is for beginners who want a full-frame edge from the start. Z6 III is for enthusiasts looking to unlock full-frame magic and shoot in just about any scenario. The Z8 is for serious hobbyists or pre-pros who want flagship performance without jumping to the Z9. Let's talk pros and cons real quick. The Z50 II pros: lightweight, affordable, easy to use, crop sensor gives you extra reach, and the cons: no in-body stabilization, smaller sensor limits low light performance, and DX lenses won't transition well to full-frame bodies. The Z5 II pros: full-frame sensor, IBIS, better image quality. Cons: slightly larger and more expensive than a Z50 II. The Z6 III pros: full frame, IBIS, amazing autofocus. Cons: well, it's bigger and pricier than a Z5 II. The Z8 pros: everything but the kitchen sink, image quality, speed, video. And the cons: well, price, weight, and maybe too much camera if you're not ready. Is it worth the investment? Without a doubt, if you choose the model that aligns with how and what you shoot. The beauty of the Nikon Z system is that there's something for every level. Whether you're exploring photography for the first time or chasing high-end performance. So, which Z camera deserves a spot in your bag? If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more gear reviews, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what Nikon Z model you're shooting or thinking about buying. Join me on my Nikon Z Facebook group, the link's in the description down below. And here's my question for you. If you could own only one Nikon Z camera for the next 5 years, which one would it be and why? Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every one of you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep your batteries charged, your lenses clean, and may your autofocus always lock on like it's got alien tech behind it.